Hello everyone, this is Imran Khan and welcome back once again. And today I am going to teach you about tense as I have written on the board. Tense is an important element, important part of English language, English grammar. Without knowing, without understanding the tense, it isn't possible for anyone to be a master of English language. So, today I am here to discuss about tenses. You know, there are three types of tenses. They are present tense, past tense and future tense. But today I will be discussing about present tenses. All the three tenses, I mean present, past and future, have been categorized into four parts: present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. If you look back, if you look forward into past tense, then past indefinite or past simple, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. If you look back or if you look forward to future tense, it only written on the board today, but I want to mention future simple tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. But today I am going to look about only on present tenses. Okay, let's get started with the present tenses. Look at the board: present simple, present continuous, present perfect and also present perfect continuous. Today we will learn without memorizing the structure of his tenses. We will only learn through the exercise, and then I will teach you how to form structures using the sentence I will be writing about the tenses on the board today. And I want to make sure about all of you about the tenses, and after watching the video you will find surely tense easy. Okay, let's see the past. Let's see the present simple. Okay, in present simple tense I want to write a sentence: I work every day. Look at the sentence: I work every day. Here in the sentence I have mentioned a verb, that is work. If you want to see only the verb, and then you will find the verb is in present form. There are three forms of a verb. They are present form B1, past form B2 and past participle form B3. In that sentence I have written work. Work is a verb and it is verb 1. So I can say that if an action happens in present times, it will be present simple tense. Now the next step is present continuous tense. Here the word continuous means the work is going, is moving. So if you want to say continuous means ing with the verb. In this sentence there is a verb, the verb is work. If you want to make the verb into present continuous, then you need to add after the verb ing. In continuous form, this verb will be working. Okay, let me write it down on the board. I am working now. Look at the sentence, what I have written: I am working. After reading the sentence, it is clear the work is going. It has no pause. I am working now. Okay, if you make a mistake by saying I working without using am, that will be wrong, because in continuous tense you need to put ing end of the verb, and also before the verb you need to put am as auxiliary verb. Okay? Let's move on to the next, that is present perfect tense. Yes, perfect means have or has. You have to use in the sentence. And one thing I must say, that is in perfect tense you need to use the principal verb in past participle form. I have mentioned earlier there are three forms of verb: present, past and past participle. In present perfect tense you need to use all the main verb in past participle form. Okay? Let me write it. An example: I have worked recently. I have worked recently. By watching or by reading the sentence, it is clear to you that the work has already finished. The work has already finished, but not a long time ago. I didn't say the work has finished 1 month ago, but in this sentence, I have worked recently. The work has stopped not so many time ago. Okay? In perfect tense, you need to put the verb past participle, and also you have to put have as auxiliary verb of the sentence, because you are working on present perfect tense. If you say I worked, that will be wrong in this sentence. Okay, let's move on to the last one, present perfect continuous tense. If you see these tenses, here is a mixed or here is a blend of other tenses: present perfect continuous. Here present simple, present continuous and also present perfect. All the three tenses, there is a blend of all the three tenses in these tense. So I want to mention perfect means have, either have or has will be used in this sentence, and continuous, the verb will take ing. Now let's write a sentence on the board, that is, I have been working for 2 hours. I have been working for 2 hours. In this sentence, I have found have, also working with ing. Have means present, ing means continuous. Been, why? Why I have used been in this sentence. If you want to make a sentence into present perfect continuous, then you need to use have been or has been. Either have been or has been will be used in this sentence as auxiliary verb. Okay, all the sentences I have written referring the tenses there. Now I will make the structures of these tenses using the sentence, using the examples. This is an easy trick, easy step to find or to understand the tenses. If I write the structure without the examples on the board, then sometimes you will find difficulty to understand the structures of a sentence. So I think it is better for you, it will be effective for you to learn, to discover the structure of its tenses by watching, by reading, by applying the sentences. Okay? Look at the first sentence, structure. Look at the first sentences. What elements have been used in this sentence? There is a subject plus there is a verb in present form, and also you need extension. This is the structure of present simple tense. Now, the next tense is present continuous tense. In this sentence, I have mentioned subject again, am, is, are, and also verb present form plus ing and extension. Here in this structure, am, is, are will be considered the auxiliary verb of present continuous tense. Without using this auxiliary verb before the main verb, the sentence will be incorrect. So friends, be careful when you will write a sentence using present continuous tense. Look at the sentence and also the structure, and there is a similarity, and I have written to make you understand clearly and easily. Okay, the next tense, this is present perfect. Okay, in this sentence I have mentioned subject again and have or has, and also I have put a verb in past participle and then extension. Look at the structure and the sentence also, and look at the similarity between two structure or two lines. I have worked recently. Subject, have and has are considered auxiliary verb only in present perfect tense, and you must use verb 3 after the auxiliary verb after the auxiliary verb have or has in present perfect tense. I hope it has been clear to all of you. Now, the final tenses today, that is present perfect continuous tense. Okay? In this sentence, what I have written, that is subject again and have been or has been plus verb plus ing and extension. In the extension part, you need to use for or since as preposition. For means amount of time, I mean for 2 hours, for 3 hours, for 30 minutes. Since points the starting point of a time, since Monday, since Sunday, since morning, etc. Okay? In the present perfect continuous tense, there is a subject and have been or has been as auxiliary verb, and then you need to use verb with ing form. All the sentences and also all the structures, I think it has become clear to you. And I also want to mention, if you want the sentence negative, what should you do? How should you do the sentence into negative? Don't worry, to make the sentence is so easy to imagine. Okay? Let's see the negative sentence. First, the sentence present simple. In this sentence, there is no auxiliary verb, but one thing you must remember, that is, if you want to make a sentence negative, you need to use not. You need to use not to make the sentence negative. But if you want to make the sentence negative and you need not to put the sentence before not, you need to put an auxiliary verb regarding tenses. So, in present simple tense, I don't write any auxiliary verb. So, how will you be able to make the sentence into negative? That is a question. Don't worry, friend. To make the sentence, you need an auxiliary verb, that is do or does. In present simple tense, you have the auxiliary verb do or does. I do, you do, they do. I mean, do is preferable for the person I, you and plural. I do, you do, they do, we do. And does is only preferable with the singular. She does, he does, it does. Okay? If I want to show the sentence into negative, then I need to use I do not walk. I do not walk every day. Remember, do and does are the auxiliary verb of the tenses, but after do or does, the main verb, the principal verb, will be in base form. No s, no es will be applicable with the main verb. Okay? In the three tenses, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous, if you want to make the sentences negative, there is no worry for you there, because in three tenses you have found already the auxiliary verb as I have written the structures on the board. In the present continuous tense, you have am, is, are auxiliary verb. In the present perfect tense, you have and has auxiliary verb. And in the present perfect continuous tense, also you have found have or has. So, if you want to make the sentence into negative, then only you put or you need to put not after the auxiliary verb. I am working now. If I want to make the sentence negative, there not. I am not walking. This is the negative form of the sentence. So easy. So don't worry, keep watching. And in the next sentence, I have the auxiliary verb have. If you want to make the sentence negative, then you need to put not there. I have not worked recently. So easy. I have not worked. And in the third sentence, right now, present perfect continuous, you have found the auxiliary verb have or has. I have not been working for 2 hours. All these are so easy to imagine, to describe. Okay? I think it has been clear to all of you to make the structure using examples, and today I have tried as my level best to make all of you understand the present tenses and also how you will be able to write down a structure using an example. And then I have shown you about negative sentences. Remember, in present simple tense, you have do or does. In present continuous tense, you have am, is, are. in present perfect tense you have or has, and then in present perfect continuous tense have been or has been. And all the three all the four tenses I have shown you the auxiliary verb, and when you need to make the sentence negative, try to use or you must put not after the auxiliary verb. So, I want to say some sentences, I want to mention some sentences from the tenses. I walk every day. Now, the sentence is I read the story. Look at the sentence, or I read the story. I am reading the story. I am reading the story. I have read the story. I have read the story. I have been reading the story for 2 hours. I have been reading the story for 2 hours. All the four sentences I have uttered right now from the four tenses. And if you want to make the sentence negative, listen to me carefully. I do not read the story. I do not read the story. In present continuous tense, I am not reading the story. I am not reading the story. In present perfect tense, I have not read the story. I have not read the story. In present perfect continuous tense, I have not been reading the story for 2 hours. I have not been reading the story for 2 hours. All these are the sentences in in affirmative and also in negative. And I have tried my level best to make you understand how you will consider, how you will identify, how you will make a sentence using four tenses. So, I think it has become clear to all of you, and in my next video I will be discussing about past and future tense. So, stay tuned and keep watching, keep practicing. Practice makes a man perfect. Bye bye.